Obviously, first credit to Wisconsin. Defensively, they were really good. We knew that coming in. Last year's defense was good. I think this year's defense better. I know they gave up a few big runs against Alabama, but you take those away, they were pretty salty last week against a pretty darn good football team. So they handled us up front defensively and forced us into stressful situations at quarterback. We did not do a good job managing the ball at the quarterback position, but a lot of it had to do with credit to Wisconsin, with guys climbing all over our two quarterbacks, and they're trying to make plays, and guys aren't exactly wide open out there on Wisconsin's DB. So it was a long day. The disappointing thing for us offensively is the turnovers. We knew going in we had it. Even if we punt the ball, we just kind of keep moving the ball forward and try to stay in the game and hopefully slow down their offense. The other big negative is they killed us on special teams. You know, Erickson's a very good player. He hurt us. We had a couple of low-line drive punts and didn't get good coverage, and they blocked it up good. And he's a darn good player and set up a couple easy ones. And then obviously us fumbling a punt return inside our 15. You go on the road against a Big Ten team, you're not going to win that way. Those are the plays we're hoping that they screw up and they fumble one inside their 15 that maybe keep us around and give us a chance. So obviously that's the key to the game. Defensively, I really think we're going to like a lot of the snaps. I might be wrong. I thought we held in there better up front. I know they got some inexperienced old linemen playing. I know I wouldn't say that was, you know, I've seen Wisconsin play for years and years. They may not have the most experienced old line that they've had, but I felt like we held them 188 yards rushing. We had them well under 100 at halftime, and I felt like we could, not that we were stopping the run, but I felt like we were managing the run pretty good, and we could get off the field, and we were getting off the field early, and then obviously the short fields hurt us. Stave, I think, is a great player. I didn't love it because I knew we were playing it, but I thought he played his tail off against Alabama. Like, I was grimacing at night. I'm like, God, I was hoping he was going to be pretty average. I thought he made a lot of great throws in that game, and he made a lot of those. Some of the back shoulder throws he threw today, I thought we had pretty good coverage. They got a couple good receivers, and he puts the ball with a lot of pace in a place that you really can't get to, and then they catch it. So I think he's a really, really good player. So credit to them, but I felt better, obviously, about our defense. It's hard to say when you get 58 points and you feel all right about your defense, but I thought there's certainly some things to build on. And the other positive for us is just we played a ton of young guys because the game got out of hand. And, you know, at one point we had like 7 true freshmen out there on defense at the same time. We actually got a stop against Wisconsin. I thought that was pretty good for those guys, you know. So, and Wisconsin had their backups in too, but Wisconsin backups are typically pretty good. So it was good in a lot of ways. We'll be better for it. I thought our kids' approach was good. I thought they played hard. I thought they competed. At no point was there any chink in the armor, even when it was 58-0. Our kids were still playing and still wanted to get better. And for us, where we're at as a program, that's what we have to do. And I still like our team. I like where we're heading. I know we got a long, long ways to go, as obviously the score goes tonight, but I think we're heading in the right direction.
Is this the kind of a game where you noticed that not having Andrew Hendricks as a sort of a steadying influence and an experienced guy to guide them?
Yeah, I don't know the score. I mean, hopefully he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, I would think if we played again next Saturday, we wouldn't turn the ball over. I would like to think that's in our control. So, yeah, it might hurt us a little. I don't know the outcome's much, much different, but hopefully the turnovers, whether they have Andrew Hendricks or Drew Coomer out there, Drew's smart enough to know that don't be whipping the ball inside like that into a crowd and have it ricochet all around. I mean, it was just, we kept doing it. A couple they didn't catch. One hit a kid in the helmet, and eventually it's going to ricochet and somebody's going to catch one. So that's more in our control. We got to do a better job.
Are you getting more comfortable with ball at being able to come in there and run the offense?
I thought it was good for him. Obviously, your first college game at Wisconsin against a ridiculously good defense with 3 starting old linemen out. Welcome to college football, young man. So it wasn't great for Drew either. But for him, today wasn't great, but it's a great experience for the kid, and he saw what the highest level of football looks like. They got a great football team. They had a great team last year. I think they'll have a great team again this year. I think they'll win a bunch of games. I don't know how many they win. They'll win 10, 11 games this year. And but it's great for him. Is he quite ready? No, but the only way we're getting him ready is by getting him out there. And I don't think we're ready to turn the keys over to Billy Ball. I think Drew and him are going to keep doing something. And I think Gus is going to help us. I don't think this was Gus's day to be out there running around. I think you'll see Gus in there next week too. So I think he can do some things to help our offense. But it's good for Billy.
Is this a classic case of last week, a very different margin for error this week than last week because there were some, A
little difference between Presbyterian College, with all due respect to Presbyterian and the University of Wisconsin. So we knew coming in, if we played the perfect game and they played bad, they could still beat us probably. But we knew turnovers, don't go backwards on offense, be solid on special teams, and we are hopeful we could stop the run. That was the one year I thought, I think we got a chance to stop the run, and not stop it, but control the run, not have just, they rushed for 640 against BG last year, that kind of had me scared, like, I hope it's not like that, and we were getting stops early, obviously. I even thought the touchdown probably shouldn't have been overturned, because I don't know that there was conclusive, but I don't think he caught it. I think if they called it incomplete on the field, it'd been 9-0, and even with the short field, but we made the mistakes early that just got it out of hand before we had a chance to even sit in there and fight.
So,
That's an awesome Brewers hat, by the way. That's an old school Brewers hat. I'm not a Brewers fan, but I do like the old hat.
so Coach, it seemed a little.
Gorman Thomas would like that hat.
It seemed a little closer in the first quarter. Saved 2 touchdowns to force field goals instead. Made a few other stops. So do you feel like it was after that where Wisconsin started to pull away, or was it lopsided from the start?
Nah, I think probably with where our team's at and with where they're at, a really good game for us would be 27-7 or something. Like that would be a hell of a day for us, really, to be honest with you. After watching it, I think if we don't turn the ball over, it's going to stay closer at least through half. We had some good confidence on defense that we were at least making them drive the football, and we were settling in. And if we just could get to punts and survive in special teams, I think the game would have been fairly close at halftime. And then who knows? But the turnovers obviously against a team that's better than their 33-point favorite for a reason. And then you turn the ball over and give a short field. Now it gets ugly in a hurry, which it did.
The missed field goal and then the interception right after you got one, that kind of take a little bit of heart out of you at that point. You had to regroup.
Yeah, we had already started to go with to me the fumbled punt was, and then the next time we punted, we hit a low line drive and Erickson returns it inside or whatever down there pretty tight. To me, those are the two critical plays that kind of, so made it more difficult. But we weren't going to score a lot of points, obviously. We didn't score a point the whole game. So when it got to be 20, it was like, probably not coming back in this one. So we had to keep it in that, hopefully somehow play field position, not playing a short field, and get, find a way to get a touchdown, or maybe we get a turnover and get it to 13-7 or something. And then next, you're hanging in there for quite a while, hopefully.
Did you have some concerns that if the offense wasn't able to move the ball some, that it's going to fall back on the defense as far as being on the field a lot eventually?
Yeah, I thought we held up pretty good. I thought I've been in this movie before where you're IV and half your defense because you can't. We knew going in it was going to be. I said to many people off the record, if we run the ball and we cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to feel pretty good about this. Literally cross the line of scrimmage. Like I watched them play Alabama, I watched them play Auburn and beat them down in the bowl game last year. Their front guys are really good. Really physical, really good. Then we come in without 3 starting guys playing a true freshman at right guard. Welcome to college football, Sam McCollum. Not a great, but it's awesome in a way. But so to me, it was just kind of inch the ball forward and not turn it over, and then hopefully catch some breaks. There wasn't really a plan in place that I saw that we were going to score a lot of points today. The plan was to protect the ball and move the ball and take care of field position and maybe take some shots down the field and get a couple of big plays that way, or maybe get a turnover. They fumble a punt, we got a short field and hang around. So we did just the opposite. We turned it over and went backwards, and we could run all day. There's no way. I mean, it's the second half, you're trying to slow the game down, help your defense, but if you run 3 times, you're going to punt it. So it's like, there's no, at halftime, like I'd like to say run the ball and shorten the game, but we're not going to shorten the game. We're just going to punt after 3 plays. I mean, when we did try to run it, it was very, very difficult, obviously.
With this being the biggest margin of defeat over the year plus, are there any concerns about bouncing back for next week? It's a big rivalry game.
Yeah, I'm not concerned. I like this football team. I like who they are. I like how they approach it. I think we had a good week. I really did. I think we came in here with the idea that we had a plan to win. We didn't have a crazy plan where we're going to come in here in Wisconsin and Camp Randall and we're going to kick their tails. Our plan was, we thought we could slow the run game down. We really did. We thought we could manage a run game and then hopefully, Stave didn't kill us. Is it Stave or I don't want to mispronounce his name, but whatever his name is, he's really good. Hopefully he didn't kill us in the pass game. I thought our guys covered pretty good, for the most part. And then we're going to play close to the best on offense and just try to manage the game and really punt and not turn around. That was, and hope things go our way. So that was our plan. We said on Monday, this is how we're going to beat Wisconsin, and we practiced well. So I don't think so. I think there's some kids down, but I think there's some kids that, it's good to be down. It's good to hurt a little bit. It's good to know, we're planning on, like I said, we're planning on coming to Big Ten opponent and win a Big Ten game. Now, it seems like that's very far away. I don't think it's as far away as other people now. I'm crazy optimistic, but I also know we got some good young players that in a couple of years can be pretty good. Some of the guys we put in at the end of the game were actually doing pretty well out there. They're not ready to go out there and play. But we got to know what it feels like. I said, when we go to lift on Monday, some of our guys got pushed around pretty good out there. Well, maybe now you know what it takes. Like when you go to lift on Monday, you might want to even ratchet up the intensity even more, and that's part of the learning process. And sometimes you got to get taken out behind the woodshed a little bit to realize what it takes to play at a next level. And obviously, we got a good lesson today.
How big is it for the young guys to kind of know that they're not going to play a team the caliber of Wisconsin the rest of the year, and they got beat up, and now they know what it takes to beat a good team, so now they can come out for the rest of the season and play tough?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we got a couple tough ones coming up too that are pretty good teams. But I think there's lessons to be learned from kids that did well today, and I think there's lessons to be learned from kids that didn't do well. If you approach it the right way and you talk to them about it, you don't let them figure it out. You got to help them figure out what was good about today, not what was bad about today. To me, at halftime, I said, we got a 30-minute scrimmage against a Big Ten team. They wouldn't come scrimmage us. We'd love to go scrimmage them in the spring. They wouldn't come scrimmage. It would be a waste of their time. But for us, it's great work. We're going to approach that way. We're going to come to work in the second half, and we're going to try to do more things right than we did in the first half. And so to me, you keep playing. That's how you get better. You don't get better by going home. You get better by going play in Wisconsin and seeing what the team looks like and play hard every snap. And there's a number of snaps we won battles out there, and we'll be happy about those. But we're going to learn from the ones we didn't.